The University of Tennessee System, 5 campuses, one just for you.
We are falling in love this morning because we have come back out to Good Kinsmen on the North Shore to pay a visit with Vicki Lawrenson. And once again, she's outdone herself here with beautiful things to showcase this morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So we're going to talk a little bit as our conversation goes on about American Made, which I think is fun because typically when I tell people about Good Kinsmen, usually they say, oh, I know, I've been there, I love it. If they haven't, my description is always a little taste of Europe on the North Shore.
Right.
You have that, Italian, French, all the things.
We do. We also have a lot of American-made manufacturers and makers, and so we're trying to spotlight them. We've also introduced a new line, East Fork Pottery, which is out of Asheville, North Carolina.
So I want to tell the backstory, then we'll get to the today and the quality of this. But you heard her say Asheville, North Carolina, and probably you thought like I did, oh, I wonder if they were impacted by the hurricane. They absolutely were.
They were. The week that our order was to ship out, they had the hurricane happen and they were covered under 7 feet of mud. So they, as an amazing company as they are, they dug themselves out and were able to ship our order in February, which we were very, very excited about.
They also offered you an opportunity to back out, and you
did.
said, no, I'm standing by you.
No, we felt that was the right thing to do.
So for your sake, for their sake, and now your customer's sake, let's talk about this pottery. I'll hold up this small blue plate here. First of all, the colors are striking.
They, all of their colors are custom. They blend them themselves. They test all of their glazes for any kind of metals. They also test their clay for metals. So it's a very safe eating product, and they fire at a high enough temperature that this can be used every day in the dishwasher, can even be used in restaurants.
You call that process of the heat of the
vitrification.
Vitrification.
It's when the glaze and the clay blend together, become one.
So one of the fun things about coming to shop with Vicki at Good Kinsmen is that you're welcome to browse on your own and find the things that call to you. But if you don't take advantage of her eye, you're missing out on part of the experience. So will you show first the speckled plate that you have?
So this is a panna cotta. This is one of their base colors. And what I like to show people is that you can take this from a little more formal, casual setting. So we would consider this contemporary. But you can take and you can add some of your traditional pieces to it. And as you can see, that looks just absolutely stunning together.
What's fun is she has another piece here that's kind of a top plate. And if she uses that one, it pulls out the greens and the browns that are in the plate.
Both of these are come up with a completely different style, but they're fun. So you can match shiny with matte. You can just have as much fun as you want, and you don't have to just have the same old dinner plate setting every night.
What's also fun is if you do these as your kind of everyday baseware, and maybe you have just a few kind of little incidental odds and ends plates, that can be fun too.
Absolutely. I mean, this is as neutral of a color as it comes. You can meld so much. If you have Lennox, this would be really great with Lennox because it has a little bit of a creamy background.
Yeah.
So you could do a lot with that. So you can have a little fun dessert meal or a starter salad and then move on to your dinner.
I want to come back to the longevity of everything that is here in the store, but these pieces that you purchase from East Fork, they are intended to be legacy pieces. You'll have them forever.
That's really what we look for. We really try to find makers who are doing all things right. And I think sometimes that's hard. It takes a lot of knowledge and research to make sure that when you're buying something that it's all been done correctly, and we really try to focus on those pieces, and when we have them we really highlight them.
So one thing too, if you've never been to see Vicki before, she does have these really nice high quality pieces here. Not all of them are expensive.
No.
And she's really good about being practical with your money to make your dollar work for you in the best way. But you've got the knowledge to then say, don't waste your money here, instead put it here.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. And what we really do is, I want them to understand that they can have fun and they can buy 1 or 2 pieces and they can meld it all together. And it doesn't have to be, everything is a 5-piece place setting at a higher end. We have those, but it doesn't have to be all of that.
So, I know you're to a large degree a consumer of your product, if not each of the pieces, at least the philosophy behind the enjoyment of the dinner table. You're a big believer in making it welcoming.
I do.
So to that end, Vicki, do you kind of want the customer to guide you because it needs to represent them?
Usually when people come in, the first thing we talk about is what's the style of their home, what do they like, what are they comfortable with, is it an entire family? Is it just the two of them? And once they kind of tell me all of those things, then it's really easy for me to guide them towards some pieces that might work for them. No two customers are the same. So everybody that leaves here with something different that's unique to them, and that's what we really enjoy doing.
Whenever I'm over here, we seem to focus a lot on the place settings because that's the fun.
Right.
But we've done things before on bread making, so if you're thinking of getting into bread making, she can tell you the ins and outs of that. If you are searching for the perfect cup of coffee,
right,
she can help you with
we
that.
We do knife sharpening classes, we do knife skills classes, we do introduction to pasta making, which has been fun, and we also do private classes. I'm getting ready to do a private charcuterie class for a group. So yeah, whatever people would need, we can provide.
And of course, you would imagine bridal registry. So if you have recently gotten engaged and you're searching for how to begin to curate the perfect collection for you for your registry, she'd be happy to help you. But this would be a real win for someone for their everyday plate.
Right. The very first day that we had it here, a bride has put it on. She put the Blue Ridge.
The blue. So this one is called the Blue Ridge. This one is called...
This is called Panna Cotta, and there's a whole assortment of colors. There's a black, there's an adobe, there's a morel, which is kind of a mushroom color that look really great.
And I have to ask you, at that table, there's a bowl of Easter eggs. Is that part of the collection, or are those Easter eggs?
Those are just fun decorations.
Oh, well, I love them. I think it's fun. It was the pop of color that caught my eye. So
yeah, we like decorating with unusual things.
It's not part of his collection.
No.
Oh, okay.
But we thought it matched really nicely.
I do too.
Yeah.
So you come in to Good Kinsmen, find what speaks to you. Do not come in a hurry. You'll want to stop and browse for a bit. And if you are looking to do a bridal registry, should they make an appointment?
They can call us and we'll go ahead and get them started. And, they can also just walk in. We have a lot of people that walk in and do their registry. We have appliances, we have pots, pans, knives. So it's a pretty extensive registry.
And the knowledge.
And the knowledge.
Great to
Thank
see you,
you so
Vicki.
much.
West Yellow Knife Trading Post is everything under the sun. DIY mini